Are you the type of plant mom who's struggling to keep up watering all of your baby plants? Don't worry, I got you covered. In today's video, I'll show you guys how I water all my plants as fast as I can without killing them. In the process of watering your plants, you have to always check the status of their soil. If it is dry, that's the perfect time for you to water your plants. All plants have different water requirements. Very important that you're knowledgeable enough on the water requirement for each of your plants. For my plant collection, most of them really want their soil to be dry. There are 3 ways for you to check the soil. First, you can use a moisture meter. You can buy it from any plant store. It's very cheap but very helpful. You just have to stick it into the pot. It will automatically check the moisture of the soil. It's also an indicator. You'll see there if it's dry, moist, or wet. And if the arrow turns to dry, then it's perfect time for you to water your plant. Try to at least poke it 3 times. Sometimes you have to move around to be more accurate with it. Next way for you to check the moisture level of the soil is by using your bare fingers. All you need to do is poke your finger into the soil and you'll feel it if it's moist or dry. And when you put out your finger, you'll see if the soil is sticking into your fingers, then that means it's still moist, so leave it as is. But if there's no soil sticking in your finger, then that means the plant is dry already and you can water it. Lastly, if you know your plant really well already, you've been taking care of them for quite some time now, this is what I usually do. I will just carry the entire plant and weigh if it's light or heavy. If it's light, then that means it's dry. So next thing you'll do is to prepare all the materials you'll use. I always carry around these items. First, I have a big bucket where I put the water, a watering can, fertilizer, moisture meter, and a container like a basin to catch extra water when I water my plants. When it comes to water, I just want the best for my plants. So what I really use when it comes to watering them is the rainwater. I find that my plants like it more when I use rainwater than tap water. Since I started collecting my plants, I really used rainwater and I guess it's effective because I've been taking care of them for more than a year now. Most of them are still alive. I find that their leaves are more popping hot. More vibrant whenever I use rainwater. This house, they have a basin that collects all the rainwater, and I just use the tank water whenever I water my plants. I'll show you guys where I get it. So I fill up a big bucket full of rainwater, and that's what I'll use when I water the plant. If I will go full-blown watering, I would usually use 2 big buckets. If it's summertime, usually 3 to 4 for all of my plants. When it comes to fertilizing my plants, I do it every other week. It's like how human beings need food to grow. Plants also need nutrients to grow much better. I'll show you the fertilizer that I use. It's like a seaweed solution. So once I fill up my watering can with the rainwater, I will spray at least 3 to 5 times to the watering can so that I can dilute the fertilizer solution. That diluted fertilizer in the watering can will be the one I'll use to water all my plants. Once I've consumed all of the water in that watering can, I'll just fill it up with rainwater again. I'll just repeat the process over and over again until I finish watering all of my plants. Whenever I go around and water all my plants, I already have an idea which plant needs watering and which plant doesn't need watering. So I just learned through experience what works for me. So before, I would literally get the pot of the plant, go to the sink, and then water them in the sink. So if you can just imagine taking out all 120 plants and putting them in the sink and watering them one by one, letting them drain for about 30 minutes to an hour and putting them back into their pot, It's just so stressful. It's so time consuming, especially when summer hits here. They're always thirsty. I think that is one of the reasons why I also stopped collecting plants anymore. It's because it's very stressful to keep up with the watering. But right now, the way I water my plants is I just make sure all my plants have a cover pot, and then I will just water them in place. I don't take them out anymore. I just water them in the pot directly. I just make sure that I don't put water too much. I'll show you guys how I do it. I just put a little bit of water, let them soak in the water for a bit, and then put another water. I usually do it like twice or thrice. Every plant, I let them soak in all the water first, and then I'll water them again, and then I'll see water dripping out, but I don't have to worry anymore because I'm using a cover pot anyways. I'll show you guys how I go around the house, how I water them from the living room. To the dining room.
It's kinda crazy, the kinds of things life throws at you. I never knew I'd feel so safe in your arms. Now you're all I need. It wasn't long before I knew that I fell for you and you had my heart. As fast as the seasons changed, my heart was stolen.
To the bedroom.
My love language is your time and attention. Won't you give some of it to me? I've been lonely lately. I've been feeling neglected, and I want you to show me. Can we get back on the same page tonight? Can we stay? And why don't you talk to me? Let's start a conversation.
The most important factor for you to not kill your plant is what you do afterwards. Overwatering is the #1 reason why your plants will die. After watering your plants, here's what you need to do. Just lift the plant out of the cover pot and check if there's too much water drained. If there is, then just throw the excess water from the cover pot to the basin. Too much water sitting below your plant will definitely cause root rot and eventually kill your plants. In terms of frequency of watering your plants, before I'm so eager to water my plants every week. Now I realize I don't have to baby them anymore. I will literally let them cry out for help before I water them. When the leaves start drooping, that's the only time I give them water. Having 120 plants in this house don't stress me anymore. We just learned to like jive along. They just tell me when they need watering, when their leaves droop down, then I water them. But if they don't, I just let them do their thing. And one more tip, if your plant died, that doesn't mean you're a bad plant mom, okay? That's fine, it happens. You won't master all of the plants, that's fine. If one plant died on you, buy a new plant to make up for it. Just remember, all plants have their time to die. I have a lot of plants who died on me already. Most of them are because of overwatering. Like I forgot to drain excess water at the bottom of their pot. May this serve as an example for you. That's it, guys. So if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe this YouTube channel, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye!